Good morning. It's Mrs. Kramer, and I'm getting myself all ready here to read you our second read aloud. This book is called Wemberley Worried, and you can see it's by Kevin Henkes, and it is one of my favorite books. Probably part of it is the illustrations, and most certainly because many of us often can say that we have worried at times, especially since we've been home and of all the things that are going on that we don't really have any control over. Let's see what happens and how Wemberley solves this problem of being worried. And I will do this again so that you can see the pictures after I read, okay? Wemberley worried about everything. She does have that little face. Big things? I wanted to make sure you were still here. Little things. And then there were some things like in between. You know what it's like when you maybe spill milk. I've done that. And the things that are in between. Like, I wonder if she'll shrink when she has a bath. Wemberley worried in the morning, she worried at night, and she worried throughout the day. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. And I really like Grandma's shirt. Grandma's shirt says, go with the flow. At home, Wemberley worried about the tree in the front yard. What if it falls on our house? And the crack in the living room wall. What if it gets bigger and something comes out of it? And the noise the radiators made. What if there's a snake inside? I'm sure many of you don't know what a radiator is, but radiators used to be what hot water flowed through to keep the house warm. Not too many houses have those anymore. At the playground, Wemberley worried about the chains on the swings and the bolts on the slide and the bars on the jungle gym. Too rusty, too loose, too high. And always she worried about her doll, Petal. Shouldn't Petal have a car seat too? I found her, sweetie, thinking that Petal had been lost forever. And then, of course, Petal having time to have a bath and get cleaned up. I'll wait for you, Petal. You see her, she's put her in the washing machine. I've had to do that before for a few stuffies. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberley worried. She worried and worried and worried. When Wemberley was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberley worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. And they show the pictures, just like a graphic organizer there, or a graphic novel. Her rubbing Petal's ears. To be nice and soft, maybe. On her birthday, Wemberley worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. Lots of people. This is the best present ever. I wish I had my birthday today. But then Wemberley worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. On Halloween, Wemberley worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wemberley worried because she was the only one. She was too worried that everybody else would have the same costume idea. But then there was none, and then she worried about that. That's kind of silly, isn't it? You worry too much, said her mother. You worry I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. And there's Grandma pointing at the sign on the wall. Take it as it comes. It's all good. Soon Wemberley had a new worry, school. Wemberley worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. I loved school, said Dad. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberley had a long list of worries. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher is mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? What if I have to cry? My goodness, those are a lot of things to worry about. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father, but Wemberley worried. She worried and worried and worried, and she worried all the way there. And there's Grandma. Have fun. Have fun. While Wemberley's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberley looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, Wemberley, there is someone I think you should meet. Her name was Jewel. She was standing all by herself. She was wearing stripes, and she was holding a doll. At first, Wemberley and Jewel just peeked at each other. This is Petals, said Wemberley. This is Niblet, said Jewel. Petal waved. Niblet waved back. Hi, said Petal. Hi, said Niblet. I rub her ears, said Wemberley. I rub her nose, said Jewel. Throughout the morning, Wemberley and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberley worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. Before Wemberley knew it, it was time to go home. Come back tomorrow, called Mrs. Peachum as the students walked out the door. Wemberley turned and smiled and waved. I will, she said. Don't worry. And there they go. I think that was a terrific story. And Wemberley didn't have anything to worry about because everything went well and she made a new friend. All right, have a great day, boys and girls.